If your rent could suddenly go down by 70%, while your electric bill could potentially rise by 60% overnight? Chile isn't following anyone's rules. Maria Jose Lopez must watch her spending because, unlike most of her South American neighbors, things cost a lot more here in Chile. Yet expats keep flooding in. You can rent a 2-bedroom apartment in Santiago for less than many American studios. But recently, electricity rates were among the most expensive in Latin America. Food costs are on par with the United States. Today we reveal Chile's cost of living paradox. Let's jump right in with housing because this is where Chile gets interesting. In Santiago, a 2-bedroom apartment costs between $550 and $700 per month. Next to a high-end neighborhood like Vitacura or Las Condes, tack on another 100 or two. Head to smaller cities like Valdivia or La Serena, and that ranges from $350 to $500 monthly. Venture a little outside the centers of cities, save another $100. Chile is 73% cheaper than the United States for rent. But purchasing property is another story. Average apartments hover around $160,000. Semi-detached houses go for about $270,000. In Santiago, the price per square meter averaged $26.50 in 2025. Here is an important thing to know about Chilean housing. They measure in UF. Real estate values are given in UF, not pesos. This protects against inflation. You might even hear prices listed this way while apartment hunting. Now about that monthly fee that can shock newcomers. It's called gastos comunes. On top of rent, every apartment building charges this. It includes garbage, security, maintenance, and staff. $80 to $150 a month, give or take. This isn't optional. Chilean utilities are where the story gets complicated. Electricity is among the most expensive in South America. In New York, the rate for residential customers is approximately 27 cents per kilowatt hour, compared with a national average of 14 cents. Why so expensive? During protests, Chile also froze rates on electricity in 2019. This left a $6 billion bill to the power companies. That's 2% of Chile's GDP rates were unfrozen by the government in 2024. From 24th June 2025 to 20th January 2025, tariffs peaked at 60%. These hikes will extend for a decade. Electricity bills come out on average $85 to $120 a month for gas, water, and electricity combined. But after the recent increases, many households pay a lot more. The state subsidies were extended to 40% of the population. If you are earning income from out of the country, you probably will not be eligible. $20, $60 per month internet, water tax on another $40 to $80. Utilities, water, electric, total between $150 and $300 a month. Chile has to get 40% of its UK electricity from renewables by 2025, 60% by 2040, and 100% by 2050. 58% of that is now from renewables. This is theoretically a way to finally put a lid on costs, but not right away. Grocery shopping presents another surprise. You'll spend the same on food in Chile as you would in the US. Food inflation increased by 2.3% in June 2025. You can save by purchasing at outdoor farmers markets known as ferias. These are everywhere on certain days, in every city. You'll discover local fruits, vegetables, meats, and cheeses at a fraction of the price. And Santiago's leading market is La Vega. Supermarkets vary. Explanation: Jumbo is the one with most choices but most expensive rates. Lighter and Unimark are cheaper except on imported products. A liter of milk costs $2 to $4. A dozen eggs goes for $3 to $5. Lean chicken breast will usually run $3 to $5 a pound. A liter of olive can easily go for at least $15. Dining out offers decent value. A cheap meal costs $15. Two people can eat at mid-range restaurants for $45. Street food is tasty and cheap. Large empanadas cost $2. Completos, Chile's version of specialty hot dogs, were about $1.50 to $2. Transportation in Chile is well organized. Santiago has an excellent public transportation system. You'll have to buy a Tarjeta BIP Metro card, which will set you back 2.25 USD. It is anywhere between $2.25 to and from the metro. Bus tickets run 60 cents. Gas is about an 150 and then some a liter. 5 muarfti, 6 hours a gallon. Highways cost anywhere between 50 cents to $5. The toll from Santiago to Osorno alone costs $40. There's an alternative: flying between regions. Low-cost airlines charge approximately $30 with only under-seat bag. Rental cars average $56 for each day. A city car is charged at $34. A 4x4 costs $80. Factor in $15 for gas per 100 kilometers. Healthcare deserves special attention. Chile operates a dual system. Employees have to pay 7% of their paycheck towards health insurance. Opt for public FONASA or private ISAPRE. 68% use FONASA, 18% choose private coverage. FONASA provides universal coverage. Public healthcare has been free to all FONASA beneficiaries since September 2022. But public hospitals are swamped, with long waits and crowded facilities. That's why higher-earning workers select ISAPRE. Private healthcare has quicker access, shorter wait times, and multilingual staff. Doctor visits cost $30 to $80 each. Specialists run from $50 to $150. For emergency care, the figure is between $80 and $200. International health insurance is popular, and roughly 20% have international coverage. A good health coverage can cost an average of $160 monthly. WHO ranks Chile 33rd in healthcare. That's below Finland and Canada, and above the United States. Men, 80, women, 85. Let's examine actual living costs. People earn around $950 a month on average in Chile. The average monthly living costs of a single person, not including rent, are just over $672. You have the average need of a family of 4 and you need to make $2,372 a month without rent. Add living arrangements and a person in Santiago requires $1,500 to $2,000 a month. A family of 4 needs $2,500 to $3,500. The vast majority of couples spend under $2,000 a month, including rent, food, and insurance. The cost in Chile is among the highest in South America. It is rated higher than only 94th out of 197 countries in the world. In all South America, Chile ranks in the top 10% for expenses. Even Peru, Bolivia, and Argentina are cheaper. Chile continues to be affordable for North Americans and Europeans. Total cost of living is 45% lower than in the United States. Rent is 73% cheaper. But food prices are comparable. Santiago is 39% cheaper than San Juan, Puerto Rico. Chile is much more stable and safer than many of its regional neighbors, which can explain higher prices. The future looks moderately positive. Chile's GDP increased 2.3% in 2024. The IMF estimates that growth will hover at around 2 to 2.5% per year. This is a high middle-income country with GDP per capita over $16,800. Inflation, though recently volatile, has stabilized. The economy is regulated by the central bank, but rate hikes to electricity will add 1.5% to inflation first up. The Chilean economy is heavily reliant on copper exports. Copper prices in the world have a big influence on corporate financial status. The current leadership is all about social programs and expanding the safety net. So what's the bottom line? Chile is great value for expatriates with foreign income. Housing is an order of magnitude cheaper than in Western countries. Healthcare quality competes with developed nations at less than 1/10 the cost. It offers political stability, modern infrastructure, and natural beauty. The trade-offs are real. Electricity is expensive and getting more so. The cost of food is equal to or higher than in the United States. Public services can be crowded. Private options cost more. Digital nomads, retirees, and remote workers earning in dollars or euros hit a sweet spot with Chile. As a couple, you can live more than comfortably on $2,000 per month. $3,500 with judicious budgeting is plenty for a family. How to make it work? Have a steady income in a stable foreign currency. Prepare to spend more on electricity and imported food. And take out private or international health insurance if possible. Learn basic Spanish and choose your location carefully. Santiago is 20 to 30% more expensive than other provincial cities. 2025's Chile is South America's rising gem, no longer the bargain it once was, but still offering one of the best combinations of affordability, quality, safety, and modernity for expats looking to start a new life in the region.